Hi, I'm Dr. Erin Madigan Fleck, and welcome to Derma Education TV, DETV. Today, I'm going to be talking about aromatherapy. Aromatherapy is used a lot in holistic skincare and the spa industry in general. So I'm going to share some great information about essential oils and how do we choose an essential oil? How do we know if it's the right kind? Aromatherapy is a very, very intensive subject. And thankfully, the spa industry uses it regularly. So our clients are exposed to it. We are familiar with some of the great essential oils that are out on the market to use regularly, like lavender, tea tree. But there are some things we need to be concerned about, especially when we're talking about skincare and body care, and body work, body therapy, massage therapy. So plants release their own oil cells. Just like we have cells in our body, plants have oil cells. And around those oil cells are the constituents or the lifeblood of the plant, which is the oil, the essential oil. Essential oils are distilled in many, many ways. There's gas chromatography, there's distillation, there's CO2 distillation, there is decoction, there is effleurage. There's many different ways essential oils are distilled. But what we're concerned about as estheticians is quality, purity, and true essential oils. So how do we know? How can we tell? So I have a few essential oils here, and I'm just going to not really open and demonstrate. Well, I am going to demonstrate some things, but one of the things you want to do is the price is not the object of the purchase, meaning that essential oils are distilled from all over the world. And different parts of the world are famous for different essential oils. And essential oils are kind of like the wine market. There's a good harvest, and then there's a bad harvest. So when we're talking about the price of the essential oil, they should not be $4.99. And that is a dead giveaway that you may have an adulterated essential oil. For example, tea tree is in abundance. The most famous country that gives us tea tree is Australia. Mandarin orange comes from China. Lavender, there are over I think there's 10 species of lavender. So lavender is not lavender. And some lavender is actually contraindicated for children. So we really need to know more about essential oils when we're talking about using it on the skin. So one of the first things we want to look at when we're buying an essential oil is, number one, it needs to be in a pharmacopoeia bottle, meaning it needs to be in a brown glass bottle. The other thing is it should have a dropper top. Your dropper top is going to release just drops of the oil because the oils are volatile, not meaning you're going to blow up. I mean, they permeate into the air, and we only want to use it sparingly. When we apply essential oils on the skin, we mostly want to be selecting a carrier oil that is conducive to the skin type. So one of my favorite is grapeseed oil. Grapeseed oil tends to be hydrophilic. The skin likes it. You can use any combination of essential oils depending on what you're trying to accomplish. So selecting your oil, the other thing you're going to look at is the name of the oil. And underneath the name of the oil, it should show the species of the plant in Latin. And this is important because the botanical species will give us an indication to what we call the functional group. Essential oils have chemistry. For example, lavender on the skin does something different than lavender in an inhalation. Tea tree on a fungus does something that's different than tea tree when it's applied in a compression. So we need to, as professional technicians, understand the chemical aspects of the oil itself, because they don't all behave the same. They all have their own blueprint, their mechanical blueprint that makes them unique and makes them do what we need them to do. So the Latin name of the plant and the country of origin is also a good indicator that you have a high quality oil. On the back of the label, what the ingredients should say, it should say nothing, because it's an essential oil. There shouldn't be jojoba, There shouldn't be any carrier oil. There shouldn't be any cocamide DEA or surfactant. Then we know the oil has been adulterated and it's not a pure essential oil. So a lot of mass-marketed essential oils that we find in the mall, stores, and especially if they're like $8.99, we're not getting the quality that we need for aesthetics. So that would be another class to go over all the different groups, and something we teach at DETV. But I did want to show you also that blue glass is specifically recommended for what we call chamomile or azulene. The actual microbiology of the plant has blue pheromones in it, blue chromosomes. And so it just has an affinity for the blue glass. So you'll always see chamomile or azulene in blue glass. The other thing that's important when you're mixing essential oil is to always use glass. Do not use plastic because it will corrode the essential oil will corrode the plastic. Also, always use grain alcohol to clean your lab equipment. The care of your essential oils is really important. You need to keep them away from heat and sunlight.
Thanks for watching Derma Education TV. Join the DETV Preferred Professional Network to browse available classes and get 10% off during summer 2018. DermaEducationTV.com